Shalom Tribe, this is Jax here at Nomadic Wonders and Temple Health, and we are in the kitchen ready to make another recipe. What we're going to make today is what I called a jungle milk. It is very nutritious, very delicious, and it can be used for allergies, histamines, sensitivity, or it can also be used for if you are malnourished and you just need more nourishment in your body. So it could be good for the elderly or the very young that need to gain weight. So it could be used differently, and I'll show you how to use it, how to make it both ways. What you'll need is moringa. Moringa can be found on nomadicwonders.com. This is a really good super food right here. Okay, our moringa comes from America, is organically grown and in really good soil. Very nutritious. This is quality matters when you make the jungle milk. You're also going to need some turmeric. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, really good for calming down those histamines, really good for your immune system, just calm it down. Ginger, another really good antihistamine, really good for inflammation, another powerhouse. You're also going to need some milk, coconut milk. So you want something that this is coconut milk. You can make it yourself. The stuff that you buy in the grocery store that's already made as coconut milk is going to have other ingredients there that I don't necessarily recommend if you're trying to nourish your body. So if you make it yourself, you know what's going in your milk, right? Especially if you have histamine sensitivities. You don't want to add additives to your body that's going to make your immune system overreact. So just making it yourself, very simple. It's a good way to go. You can also use almond milk if almonds are not an issue for you, but almonds will raise histamines in certain people. So if you have histamine sensitivity, I say stick with the coconut. You can also do macadamia nut milk. You could do oat milk if you want to, but then again, oats are gonna have gluten in it. A lot of them do, so be careful. If you're okay with coconut, I would just stick with the coconut. And again, you can make your own almond milk too. So you can make all these milks there. I believe we have a video on somewhere in our channel on how to make your own milks. But we're gonna make it simple today. And then you're gonna need some kind of sweeteners. Now, the types of sweeteners I recommend are gonna be natural. If you have anything with diabetes, insulin resistant, you're trying to stay in a low carb, keto type of diet, I recommend you get some monk fruit or stevia drops to sweeten it. If that is not an issue, go with natural sweeteners like maple syrup. Make sure it's organic and or non-GMO. Very important. You could go with the raw honey route. Now, raw honey has enzymes in it. Some people are sensitive to it if they have histamine sensitivity. So just be aware of that. And then coconut palm sugar or coconut sugar would be other alternatives that are natural sweeteners. I personally like to do the blend of two because I do watch my sugar intakes, but I also don't have issues with insulin sensitivity or any. Yeah, I just blend. All right. So the first thing you're gonna do is make your milk. Very simple. You're gonna need a powerful. I recommend a blender, a good blender. This is the Ninja. Powerhouse is gonna make things so much easier. So the first thing you're gonna do is if you're doing a coconut milk based from a can and you're just using the cream, you're gonna mix 2 tablespoons to 3 tablespoons of the coconut cream into your jar. So basically it looks like this. You just want the cream in with 2 cups of water, and you're going to make your milk first. Otherwise, you can just get your homemade milks that you already make from oats, almonds, or you can buy your a good brand of milk already made. Just make sure there's no weird ingredients in there. And then you're going to add your turmeric. I go ahead and peel it. Thumb of ginger. You can go up on the ginger, you can go up on the turmeric. I always start with the thumb of ginger. A thumb of ginger is basically this. It kind of matches your thumb, okay? Now you're gonna put in your moringa. And I always say, if you are not used to moringa, start with 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon and then work your way up to 3 teaspoons. So for this, for today, I'm just gonna use 1 teaspoon. So moringa is really good for inflammation, histamines. It gives you a lot of energy and is packed with vitamins and minerals. It has a lot of chlorophyll, so it's gonna really be good for the blood. So get that, research this superpower right here, okay? Research it and get to know her. Now, I did not talk about the spices. How are we gonna make this into a yummy drink? Now, if you have histamine issues, you are not going to add things like pumpkin spice and you're not going to add cinnamon. If you're dealing with histamine sensitivity, this is all you put in there except for your sweeteners. Obviously, you're going to, maple syrup could be one, the monk fruit could be one, your stevia. But remember, if you have histamine sensitivity, this is all you do and you put your sweetener in. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do monk fruit. Now, the sweetener is dependent on your taste. So I like things a little bit not too sweet. So I'm gonna do about 2 teaspoons of the monk fruit. And I'm gonna add about 1 teaspoon of the maple syrup. Yeah, so I like to blend it. And you can always adjust the sweetness after everything is blended. So okay, if you're histamine sensitivities, this is all you do. And then you blend and you're done. If you're not sensitive to histamines and you just wanna do like a yummy, nourishing drink, this is with the fun stuff. You can do cinnamon to taste. I'm just gonna dash some in there. Remember, this is to taste. If you're not into spices, and then skip it. Pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice usually has like cloves, cinnamons, allspice, ginger. You can do, if you don't have pumpkin spice, you can go through those individual spices and just add them, and you just make it your own. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that. I think I have everything in there. Another option, actually, I'm going to go ahead and add it for mine. So let me talk about frozen avocado. Now, if you have histamine sensitivity, you're not gonna add avocados. They tend to raise those histamines in your body. If avocado is not an issue for you and you're trying to gain weight or you're trying to get extra fat in your diet, for nutrition, I would add maybe just a handful of avocado. That's going to make it creamier, more like a smoothie, okay? If you are, obviously you can leave it out if avocados is not your thing. Give it a shake, and then you're gonna blend it up. All right, so we have the jungle milk ready. If you want it thicker, add more avocado. If you want it thicker and you can't have avocado, add some ice, okay? If you want it really cold, add some ice. I don't want it so cold for myself, but this is how the jungle milk looks. I do think the cream from the coconut and the fat from the avocado really helps those herbs to incorporate and emulsify together. And the next thing you want to do is just give it a try. It's really creamy, very good. Now, personally, I want a little bit sweeter. This is where you use your stevia drops to bring it up to your sweetness point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna use 5 drops, and I'm just gonna stir it up. Really good. Again, you can make it as sweet as you want. You can put a dash of salt in there if you wanted to, but this is how you make jungle milk. Again, jungle milk is really good for if you have histamine sensitivities, or if you want to bring in more nourishment to your body, if you're trying to gain weight or lose weight, because this is actually good for diabetes and bringing down insulin resistance, especially if you use alternative sweeteners like monk fruit and stevia. And yeah, this is what you give your grandmas and grandpas and the elderlies for Ensure, and do not give them Ensure. That stuff is full of sugar, full of poison. Don't do that. This would be the alternative. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a try, make it your own. If you fail the first time, keep making it till you make it so that you like it. All right, so have a beautiful day. I will chat with you guys soon. Bye.